welcome to the French Tech Funding Wire podcast. I'm Chris O'Brien.
And I'm Helen O'Reilly-Durand. This week we're breaking down the latest funding news. For the week ending November 7th, there were 14 French tech companies that raised 129.6 million euros.
And the big one on that list was Upway, which raised a $60 million Series C round. This is a company I've been following closely. I interviewed their co-founder, Stéphane Ficcaja, at Vivatech earlier this year. Upway is essentially building the world's largest refurbished e-bike marketplace. Think of it as back market, but for e-bikes. They buy used e-bikes, refurbish them to almost new standards, and sell them online with warranties. They've already sold over 100,000 bikes in just 5 years, and as a hardware startup that had to build a logistical supply chain at a time when everyone is obsessed with funding AI, they had to overcome a lot of doubters to convince investors they could pull this off.
Well, it looks like that bet is paying off. Their sales doubled last year, and they're projected to double again this year. So, that's bound to persuade some reluctant investors.
Exactly. This brings their total funding to over $125 million. And 2 of their markets, Belgium and the Netherlands, are already profitable, with France expected to hit profitability next year. They're operating across 9 countries with 6 refurbishment centers, or up centers as they call them, from New York to Berlin to Paris. And their goal is 1 million refurbished bikes by 2030. But of course, since it's all about AI these days, Helen, you wrote a profile this week on AI startup Freeda. What's their deal?
Paris-based Freeda is developing an AI-driven platform that automates reviews of construction plans. The startup just raised 3.4 million euros in pre-seed funding in a round led by Frst and Mortar Ventures, a specialized construction tech VC from San Francisco. The premise is deceptively simple. Construction teams spend weeks manually checking architectural plans for compliance with fire safety, accessibility, local regulations, and brand standards. Even after all that work, errors slip through. McKinsey says 70% of construction delays start in the design phase, costing the industry $1 trillion annually. That's a massive market inefficiency. With Freeda, a project owner can upload plans and receive a detailed error report within 48 hours, combining machine analysis with human expertise from architects and engineers. The founding team includes Peter Starr, an American who did urban planning at the University College of London, Augustin Perau from Scoreplay, a digital sports startup, Charles Desbeau from Darktrace, an AI cybersecurity platform, and Mariano Rodriguez, a computer vision specialist with a PhD from École Normale Supérieure. Freeda sells outcomes in terms of verified plans rather than software licenses. If you're a retailer opening new locations, every month of delay can cost 100,000 euros or more. Freeda promises to remove that risk. They've already verified 10,000 plans in 2025, and they're targeting 1 million by 2026.
Thanks, Helen. Now, let's quickly scan the rest of the funding list. The Deeptech plays were strong this week. nextProtein raised 18 million euros in Series B funding to scale insect-based protein production. They're building a 12,000-ton facility in Tunisia. And speaking of industrial scale, CWS raised 12 million euros for automated wind propulsion systems for ships. Their airfin technology could be a game changer for maritime decarbonization.
Infinite Orbit's got 16 million euros for satellite life extension tech. Fairmat added 10 million euros for carbon fiber recycling. And Tsuga emerged from stealth with 8.7 million euros from General Catalyst for their AI observability platform.
Okay, that's all for this week's French Tech Funding Wire. We'll be back next week with more funding news and analysis. Thanks for listening.